Hi folks, today we are going to be drawing the true shape of the section of the truncated hexagonal prism. So now the true shape is basically how the object looks when it has been cut off, when a part of it has been cut off. So you are basically drawing the shape of that of the plane that is perpendicular to the cut. So now, or rather should we say parallel? Yes, the plane parallel to the cut. So now the first thing we are going to do is to draw the hexagonal prism. So this is how it looks in front in first elevation. So in first elevation we'll have a plan below, and then we'll have the front elevation above. So now basically what we need to do is we'll first of all draw a hexagon. So this is basically going to be a random hexagon. I'll just draw a random hexagon. I just want to use it to demonstrate what I'm trying to teach here. So this is how to draw the true shape of the section of a truncated hexagonal prism. So the last time I was teaching, I talked about the fact that a prism has a parallel height, right? So you should be able to guess what we're going to be getting here. So the hexagon is not very difficult to draw. All we need to do is just step off the radius of the circle. So just step it off the radius of the circle. Then you get 6 points, 6 distinct points, including the points from the diagonal. So you just connect this together. So I'm connecting the parallel ones, parallel lines. It reduces the stress of turning the ruler up and down. So then we have the top, connecting the top, connecting the bottom. Now this is the hexagon. Let's call it A, B, C, D, E, and F. Now the reason why we are numbering here is because in technical drawing you need to take references of different sides. So when you need the division between, say for example, E and F rather, you might need to be able to reference it. So this is just for referencing. But apart from that, it's also very important. So all your drawings, don't forget to number the vertices and the edges. So then let's project a perpendicular. So I'll just this method is a method I like using. So just take your ruler directly below, but not touching the lowest line, the horizontal line. So let it be equal distances away from this horizontal line. So it is like a parallel line. So it's not extremely accurate, but when you don't have much time, this is the method. So it is even accurate. It saves the stress of having to go through the construction processes, and in the process of constructing a parallel line you might even make more mistakes. So this is the method that I stick to. So now this is the height. I've drawn the height. So I will just arbitrarily take a the height of the prism. So let me start from a distance above the plan. Then so this will be the top. I won't stick in the top because I will still cut some part of it off for the section. So you can see that this one is a thin line. It's not as thick as this one. The reason for that is that I still want to cut part of it. So let me cut part of it. So this is called truncation. So when you cut a part of a figure, it's called truncation. So you already truncated it like this, and now it is no longer a normal hexagonal prism. So now this is where we're talking about the true shape. Now this true shape deals with this line this line of cut. So basically you are going to be drawing how this line of cut looks like when you are viewing it from above, or rather from an angle above. So let's just project these lines upward. Let's project these lines. This is called the parallel line method. So I'll be teaching you on this in a subsequent course, but for this course we'll just deal with the generals for secondary school. Now basically I will still make use of this method again. Just take the ruler below your line. The method of drawing a parallel, take the ruler below your line, make sure these equal distances, there are equal distances between them. You can adjust it with your eye. So it reduces the stress of having to construct a parallel line. So I would then construct a line. I will extend lines from each of these points. So this is the point. So this point, note that these are the vertices, And when you are drawing in technical drawing, you need to take particular note of the vertices, because these are the parts that denote a change in the path or the surfaces you are dealing with. So this one now, you can see that from here we are going from here will not change. So that at that point, it is where you draw your line. So when you change the direction of your line, look at, we change from here to here. So at this point where we change, here we draw. So this one is also an edge. Sorry, it's a vertex. It's a vertex. Now I'll give a distance. So I'll still draw a line parallel to this surface. So I don't want to be drawing the development directly on the surface. Now the next thing to do is you project at any suitable point. You mark the vertical distances on the plan. So whenever you are drawing the projection of true shape, all you need to do is you mark the vertical distances from the plan. This is called the plan. This is the elevation. So then you mark the vertical distances. Open from here to here. These are the prominent distances. So I'll mark it. So this true shape will also look like the plan because it is also like an angled plan. So then I will now draw parallel lines on each of these markings. So parallel lines parallel to that the surface of the cut. So here we go. Now the last stage is for me to locate my vertices. So you can see this is A. So you can trace the A. So it occurs at this line, and also it has let's call this the 0 vertical distance, the 1 vertical distance, and the 2. So from on this part we have the 0, on this middle part we have the 1. So let's call this the zeros, the 1s, and the 2s. Now you can this A, it is on this edge and this is on a 1. So let's trace it from the edge and let's get to 1. When we get to 1, this will be our A complement. Let's call it A complement to differentiate it from the A below. Then the same way in this F, it is F and it's on a 0 horizontal plane. So let's call it F. This is F complement. Then we also have the E. It is on an E. It is on this line. We trace this line and then we follow the 0. So on this 0, you have the E. So this is why I told you guys to basically number. So D1, let's call it D1. So D is on 1. D1. Then we also have the C2, C complement. You have the B2, B complement. Now these different points, they are the vertices of the true shape. So let's join them together to get the actual true shape. So I'll draw the parallel sides first so as to reduce the stress of moving my ruler about. And when it comes to the real exam, you have to be very snappy with this stuff, and it only comes with practice. So when you watch this video, you have to practice so as to understand the concept. Now the next thing for you to do is you need to draw your hatching line. So these hatching lines, they are drawn at 45 degrees. So I'm making it of a 45 degree set square. So all I need to do is I'll just draw lines at 45 degrees. So this show that this hatching line, they show that I've cut a part of this. This is a cut surface. So I've cut through this surface. So I note that they must be, these hatching lines, they must be equal distance from each other and they must be parallel. So they are parallel and they must be equal distance from each other. So but you don't need to start measuring and drawing parallel lines. In technical drawing, some things are empirical, so you don't need to start measuring everything. I would say like 50% of your drawings, they come from imagination. So you don't have to follow everything to the letter. You need to apply some of your intuition. So when you see me drawing this one, you can also decide to make your own to be more spaced than this. So this is just according to my convenience. So one thing in technical drawing is that there's a lot of a lot of space for you to be creative. So this is the end of the video, and this is the true shape of the section of a truncated hexagonal prism. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.